just going to start now, because why not? Continue. Enter. Let's just drop my audio down. I think we're good. Excellent. All good. Oh, actually, another thing I need to do. There's a woman here. Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Frost. I've been doing a bit of recon today. Well, you know where I am, and you know who I am, and you know what I'm doing. Okay, everything's good. So that's good. That's good. Everything should be fine. Possibly. Been playing a lot of Farming Simulator today, and it's a bit Stationeers, learning a little bit more about the game. And I don't know if I make that a weekly thing. I don't know. I might do a sort of let me see. I could do a Sunday Stationeers, and then Monday could be Frost. We'll see. We'll see. I might do a Sunday Stationeers weekly stream. Right. And we start in the middle of a rainstorm. There's nothing in here really. There's actually not. This cemetery that's here, it's don't think that there's anything decent in it. There's certainly no ghouls. Wildwood Cemetery. Oh, hello. Oh, yes. There's this sort of weird shrine thing with some chems, but apart from that, unless you need ceramics, it's a little bit... Oh! Okay. I did not expect that to happen. Suddenly some guy came in and hit me hard. Maybe he was the caretaker and managed to survive, I don't know. But yeah, there's not really much point in exploring Wildwood Cemetery that much. And at this point I am literally just going to sneak home. I don't think he was a guy that came. He might have just been a guy who spawned outside. Let's not go that way. I know lots of green stuff. Maybe not. I'm gonna just sort of sneak back to base up here. Got no. My problem up here is that when this rainstorm came in from out of nowhere, I just literally saved in that bed over there, and this rainstorm came in. This is not a good place to get a rainstorm in, because the only way that I can really think of to get to sort of shelter, proper shelter, would be into the city. And the nearest bridge, if you want to go for a bridge, is the Tucker Memorial. Oh, hello. Well, no, because no, I really don't want to go to that one, because I know that's filled with mole rats. Or in the base game, it's filled with mole rats, and it'll be filled with rats in this time, and I really don't want to go into that. I mean, I do need the food desperately. I desperately need food, and I'm getting to the point where that irradiated food back at Sanctuary is looking quite tempting. But yeah, if you get stuck out here in the open with a rainstorm going on, you're getting hit with these little bits of rats constantly. Loads of little rats. There's nothing really you can do about it. And there's nowhere to really hide from it. Take the wild corn. I can eat the wild corn, in fact. Because it's not going to do... Well, it's going to do a bit of radiation, but it won't do a huge amount. Yeah, so I want to avoid Bedford Station as well if I can, because, let me think, Bedford Station is ghouls, I think. So yeah, I do want to kind of avoid that. Don't really want to get involved with ghouls. This is the thing that I think Fallout 4 sort of really missed out on, which was the whole idea of having a... Ghouls over there, having like a sealed structure. So if I went back to Sanctuary and if I built, say, a bunker there, sealed, walls, ceiling, and a rainstorm came in, if I was in that room, then I would still be suffering from the effects of radiation, even though I am technically protected from it because I've built a solid roof. And it's sort of the one thing that I think that Fallout 4 handled quite poorly is the idea that, okay, Radstorm comes in. If you've got a sealed area, that radiation shouldn't really be affecting you because you're in a sealed area. The only time it doesn't affect you is if you're in a different cell. Now, the cell isn't necessarily going to be a guarantee that that area is actually going to be secure. It just means that there's a glowing dough there. Yeah, it doesn't actually, you know, it just means that it can't track the storm, and so it doesn't bother. It's a bit of a strange thing, I find, the whole cell system, that if you go into a cell in a Radstorm, and if it's a damaged cell, essentially, then you should be getting hit with radiation. And, you know, in a similar vein, if you are in a secure area, in like if you've built using the vault pieces, your own vault, and if you're inside in a Radstorm, you should not be taking radiation damage. But it doesn't work like that. The game is a little more crude than you might expect for something that's... oh yeah, this is Glitch Quarry, by the way. So called because it does have a habit of just glitching out and not actually showing textures properly. And in fact, stone from Glitch Quarry is used all over the Commonwealth, and as a result, it does take on the effect of Glitch Quarry, which is to say that doors may not necessarily appear where you would expect them to. They don't appear in doorways. Instead, you just kind of get stone from Glitch Quarry glitching out. So yeah, there's that. So now I'm basically trying to get back to a secure location that I do know is secure. Specifically, if we can get back to Sanctuary, then we can go into our bunker. That's a very long walk. And I'm being hit by rads all the time. I'm so glad I took radiation toughness. The only time that this would actually be good is if I was a ghoul. Or had rad-powered equipment. Let's see, where am I? Yeah, okay, we're almost there. We're almost home. We're just swinging round past Concord now. No, there's not a cellar there. Or cell. I mean, there are cells down in Concord, but none. I don't think any of them have beds, so let's not. Yeah, this kind of ruins all my effort to try and get off rads, though I am going to have to do something about the whole radiation issue again. I mean, alcohol would be a good way of getting rid of it. A fungal purge would be a good way to get rid of it, but that will kill me straight off. It's doing 50 HP at the moment, so that's just an empty feral ghoul. We run across the bridge into Sanctuary. We can get into some kind of cover and sleep this off. I'm also going to I really don't want to do this. I'm gonna have to eat the irradiated stuff that I've got in here. Canned dog food, sugar bombs. Grab the water. Yep, that'll be fine. We'll go down to our bunker and sleep. You know, try and recover a little bit. It's next house, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's the next one over. I mean, being able to build your own... I mean, being able to build your own vault was a really sort of nice little idea. I'm not certain if I'm going to be able to do that. Theoretically, I mean, Vault 88 is still there. You know, it hasn't gone. It's just that, I mean, canonically, it should still theoretically work, but the Overseer would not be a ghoul. I don't think. 8 rads, yeah, fine. I just need to 15 rads this is gonna take. Can I? No, I can't take a 15 rads. It's gotta take it. Gotta eat it. At least I'm down to hungry now. I'm irradiated. I've got an infection now. That's gonna kill me. Infections do damage over time. That will kill me if I'm not careful. It is a lot of damage over time. I'm gonna have to see if I can get to my cooking stations. I don't even care about the rads right now. I need to find the antibiotics. This is the danger of eating irradiated food. I don't have any antibiotics. Right, we can't get rid of infection without. I'm not even going to sleep. I do not want to save myself with an infection. Right. Oh, where did I put the antibiotics? I know. I have this strange feeling that I had some somewhere in one of my settlements. Right, let's run down to Red Rocket. If it's not in Red Rocket, it's going to be in Sunshine Tidings. That's the only place I would have put it. I'd love to get some Addictol as well, because well, I'd love to get all kinds of lovely little things. I mean, I've got a Radaway that I could take a hit of, but that will just ruin my immune system. I guess what I would do is I would take the... Oh, let's see if we can get... There's no antibiotics in there either. Well, nothing for it. We've got to go for a run. Okay, so Sunshine Tidings is down there. I'm doing this. Infection spreads, yeah. I'm probably going to die as a result of that. I can stim. So, infection is periodic damage. Out of all of the ones that you can get, periodic damage is probably the mildest one. Just quickly check up here because it's a bandage. Oh, and some tin cans, that's useful. Usually there's some purified water up here. Yeah, infection is the worst of all of the infections you can get, because it's periodic damage, and if you're already dealing with, well, survival mode, it can just kill you, whereas the other ones can't. They can kill you indirectly. Come on. I mean, I could just save here. Except I can't because I'm taking radiation damage. Right, keep going then. We want to go that way eventually, but Abernathy is... Abernathy? Yeah, Abernathy Farm is hostile. And that's another one. It's hitting me regularly. I've got 3 stims left. I'll give it a go. Hello. I can't use the terminal because I'm being hit by rads. There are ghouls in this area. Let's leave wicked shipping for now. I would assume that's I'm being picked up by a ghoul. We just keep on going. I've got to get these antibiotics. I might come back once I get these antibiotics. I think I've got some. I really should have brought these with me. You know, kept them on me just in case I got infection. But I didn't. So it's a long walk through the irradiated rain. I think this is worse than the Radstorm, because at least with the Radstorm you can sleep through it. You can't with this. Well, you can't sleep through it outside. This is a really, really bad idea to be going over the top. Infection spread. Stim it. Hydrate. I need to go. If I go around here, last time I tried this, there were ghouls, so let's run this way. I mean, I could just go straight through the water, but that will probably kill me as well. So let's not. Let's go around here. I hope that isn't a full-blown Radstorm coming. I mean, I love with these weather effects. You get the Radstorm in, it looks awesome. You know, cracking thunder and all that sort of thing. And even in, you know, you've got this rain coming down, and yeah, the rain is annoying in that it's rain and it's irradiating me constantly. And I'm probably going to have to do a rad scrub. If I can find these antibiotics. If I can't find these antibiotics, I am reloading from that save. Because I am not doing... they are hostile, apparently. Or possibly not. Let's put it away.
Hey.
Yes, ooh, yeah. Are you a trader? Yes, I... yeah, I am interested. See what you got. Nothing. You've got absolutely nothing on you. And you are about to kill me if I don't take Stim, Psychojet as well. Take the bandage, I guess. The rest, you know, I've got alternatives of. He's just a survivor. Right, let's just get out of here. So you've got, and see, I've got no antibiotics up here. I'm reloading. I'm not doing this with, I'm not going to be able to continue doing that with an infection without being able to get antibiotics. It's just, it's a game over at that point. you are basically just slowly dying. So let's try a different. Let's try a different tactic, and let's try going the way I was originally going, which was this way. I'm looking for stuff, just stuff in general, really. I think this is where I actually died to wolves. Yeah, so I'm looking for interesting stuff. The rain is currently just tanking my frame rate, so it may look a little choppy. Yeah, so mainly I'm looking for food. You know, proper, wholesome, solid food, rather than the irradiated stuff I've had to be sort of dealing with. Even, you know, like finding wild carrot flowers, for example, just in the middle of nowhere. I am totally going to eat those. So although they give me a little bit of radiation, they don't give me a huge amount. I've also got some cockroach meat on me, which I can cook up, and some irradiated sugar bombs, and maybe not. So yeah, I'm gonna basically scavenge for food, I think, at this point. Now, there are some farms up here that we have to be aware of. I don't know if they are going to be hostile or not. Sometimes you'll find settlers, sometimes you'll find hostile things. Actually, up here, I think I'm right in saying, I mean, there's ghouls, for definite. I think this is the army base up here, somewhere. I mean, I can't really see very far because of all this rain and fog, but if we can find the army base, then it would be in out of the rain, at least. It's a little bit tricky to get inside. There's the turrets all over the place, and I mean, the turrets aren't necessarily too bad. There's wolves up there. What's that? I mean, that looks like a silhouette of a hospital. Or is that ArcJet? No, that can't be ArcJet. ArcJet is... I'm not sure. Something is detecting me, though. At least, it's trying to. Malden Man. Interesting. Something's found me, but it's a green found, not a red found. Oh. No, killed by a wolf in amongst the dreadful frame rate. Oh, we've only been going on for 20 minutes. The frame rate is not great. I feel like just doing a run to Sanctuary and then sleeping would be rather a good idea. Or a run to somewhere and sleeping. I'm just going to have to run to Sanctuary and sleep. And not be tempted by that irradiated food. Yeah. Let's do that. Run back to Sanctuary. Avoid eating the irradiated food. What's this? A little camp that somebody had. Can sit on the stool if we wanted to, but maybe not in this weather. Let's avoid the scrapyard, which we know is full of all kinds of nasty things. I might go back to that later when I've actually got, you know, ammunition. Or, you know, not currently being rained upon. Let's go around Bedford because we don't want to get in a fight with any ghouls, because there are a lot of ghouls at Bedford, up at Bedford. Let's sneak past this one, I think. You know, we know that this is relatively safe, but I probably need to come back to Bedford when the rain's not here and clear it out properly. I've got mines and incendiary grenades, but for the moment, let's just sort of let the ghouls be. Live and let live. And of course down that way is another train which has got a super power armor in it. There's also a farm up there as well, but that's got settlers in, so we wouldn't be able to take it over. I did find Covenant actually. That was interesting. It was actually quite an epic scene when you come across Covenant. You know, you've got all the gun turrets firing at these ghouls that are attacking. And okay. Ooh, well, I'm not actually totally sure where we are at this point. But there is some whiskey. I'm not going to complain about some whiskey. But there is... I think I'm just being searched for by that doe. Do need to be careful of them. Some of them can be aggressive. Which is weird, because in the base game they're not really. They're marked as aggressive, but they very rarely attack you. Only like the sort of the high-end ones do. So yeah, that was it. It's a little odd how Radstag/Deer is handled. I need to be careful of that. That's probably... I should go up there at some point. Again, maybe once the rain is clear and we know that we've secured this area, we can probably give it a go. So let's go around Glitch Quarry. Parkour. Get us around it without going too close to some of the danger areas up here. There's a sort of a... It's not really a scrapyard. Well, it sort of is. No, this is the edge of Glitch Quarry. It's fine. Where's my marker? Let's make sure that we're going, going the right way. Yeah, there's sort of, it's not a marked location. It's kind of like a scrapyard or a place where they just dumped cars and that. And there's some dogs up there. Yeah, which they can be kind of slightly vicious. So mongrels, I think they are. So, you know, if you need... That's a rat. Oh god, I've got to take a stim. Let's take a psychojet and a stim, as well as whiskey. And yeah, out of that. Right, we've got plenty of meat now. We might even survive. I don't know where those rats came from. I just kind of want to get out of dodge at this stage and not go too close to whatever that is. Bit of green. Probably not a glowing one. It's probably just mushrooms. Alright, so Our base of operations is just on the other side of that. Yep, there's our pump. Wild nut fruit. Take all that. So none of that is going to give me radiation, or at least not much. It's specifically, it's not specifically says, this is going to give you a huge amount of radiation damage and probably give you an infection as well. But I'm going to sleep before I eat anything, I think. Get a 5-hour sleep or something. And then maybe try eating some of that irradiated food. Simply because I don't think I've got much of a choice. That's probably the way to go. So I'll do I'll probably do a 5-hour sleep to begin with, and then sort of poke my head out and see if the rain's still coming down. Root cellar. So let's do a 5-hour sleep. That'll take us to 10 o'clock. Whiskey's worn off. Feel rested. Please say the rain has gone. Yes. However, I don't. Radstorm. Right, it's turned into a full-blown radstorm now. We do have a save. Let's do another 5-hour sleep before I eat a load of irradiated food. I'm ravenous from lack of food now, so that's going to be doing me damage. Hopefully, yeah, Radstorm's gone. We can now go and eat lots of food that really isn't good for us. Been very tempted to take the cannibal perk. Because food is actually getting quite limited. Radiated dog food, there's all the really bad stuff that we had before. Right, let's see what kills us. Right, we're better, but still famished. We can cook up some of this cockroach and some rat steak. So eat that. I'm just going to eat anything that's got meat in the anything that looks like it's food. Some grilled cockroach. Well, I'm down to hunger. I can probably survive for a little bit on that. And let's also grab some of the water. And we're properly hydrated at least. Still addicted to, now suffering from withdrawal from the alcohol. But we're alive for the moment. And yeah. Now, from knowledge of the base game, I'm going to have to work out where I can get some food. I've been very tempted to try and get down here to the bunker. And I've also been kind of tempted to try up here at the satellite place. The other place I could think of is there might be some at Bedford, possibly. It's a little bit of a long shot though, that one. At least with the satellite, there should be some stuff underground, theoretically. But I don't know how accurate that's going to be. So I guess we just give it a go. I would need some ammunition. Oh, I've got
I've got 308 and I've got... Wait, no. I've got 308 and I've got 45. I've got 45s. I don't have a weapon that can take the 45 here anyway. I've got a sniper rifle that can take the 308, so we'll take that. We'll swap the... Oh, this is the thing. 38 is reasonably common. I could always just ditch the sniper rifle if I run out of ammunition for it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll take that. I mean, it's reasonably... 308 is reasonably rare, so I could always just ditch the rifle if I run out of ammunition for it. You never know, I might find some more ammunition for it. Can I do anything with it? That would be the next question. I need oil to be able to do anything to it. Yeah. That will be fine for now. Especially as, you know, I could put, could find the oil to put a... Actually, I think I know of a place where I might be able to get some oil from. It does mean taking my Mr. Handy's oil away from him. He's been naughty, so I'm... Oh, I've already used it for something. Okay. Oil can... Possibly in one of the houses which I've barely touched. Up here. In the sort of the roundabout. Where's the roundabout? It's up here, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Possibly you might find one in here. Give it a go. So if I can put a better receiver on it, I will, because it really does sort of eat into your ability to do anything. We'll take lab coat. Yeah, I've stripped this place out completely. And I've stripped all this out, I think. Yeah. Got loads of brain fungus now, thankfully. And I've got a little bit of glowing fungus as well. So that's to make all the anti-radiation meds. But I've got no way of making alcohol, basically. I would love to have like a brewing stand for brewing my own vodka. Ah, this is, I think, where I put my... No, it's another one of my farms. Right, yeah. I don't know then. Don't know if I've got any alcohol. Sorry, any oil around. I mean, I can make my own, but with the cut, it's called cutting fluid. Can I make my own? Can I squeeze through this gap? Yes, I can. If I go over here. No. Well, sort of. Can I do it at the cooking station? No, that's something else. I think it's at the chemistry station. Yeah, well, we're missing bone. Can I make anything? Make jet, but I wouldn't want to because it uses stuff, and I can get jet at pretty much everywhere. Okay, we'll wander out, and I guess we'll just have to see if we can... I'll take a quick fake hour. And yeah, let's see if we can go up to the satellite. I mean, there is a lot of sway, but theoretically, this gun could completely own those guys. And I've got incendiary grenades as well, and a plasma grenade if we need to. Yeah, let's go up this way. A little bit more dangerous, but if I can get this clear, then it will be a lot easier to get from here up to the scrapyard. The robot scrapyard. Yeah, we'll do that. And you never know, they might have some useful stuff on them, like ammunition would be nice. Frame rate is just tanking again. It's less than 30 at the moment. Let's go up here a bit. Right, that's where that is. Let's go into full sneak. See what we see. See, there's a camp up here with a single survivor. Is he on his own? No, there's an attack dog. Okay, so there's 2 survivors. He's just sitting right there. I missed badly. But he's got a gun. And so right, there's only one person with a gun. And there's also the dog. It's the time when I think, do I want to take the dog out first, or do I want to deal with, oh god, the guy with the flamer, I suspect. Yeah. That all went horribly wrong. And then I thought of the grenade. Right, there is a guy with a flamer up there as well. I'm gonna just nip back into my chem station again for a moment. Go into traps. Oh, I would need chemist. Or blacksmith 2. Or blacksmith 1. Right, okay, so that would allow me to make bear traps. That might be quite useful to do at some point. Also, my armour is all over the place at the moment. Yeah, I need leather and I need adhesive. I'd like the ability to grow food, but I'm not sure if the mod will allow it. I mean, this base is producing purified water, but yeah, I would quite like the ability to grow my own food, even if it's something like razor grain, some silt bean. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if we can do this again without dying. I'm gonna grab the plasma grenade. Do I have? I've just got the first one, don't I? Yeah, next level I can get duck and cover 2, which I probably will do. Seems like a good way to go. What's this one? Yeah, I'll take any duct tape that's going. Oh yeah, this is where I got attacked by rats. Let's go sneaky. Right, so the guy at the fire was armed. This guy here. What do you mean it doesn't actually hit? I aimed at his head. Oh yes, please do sit down. That'll make it life a little easier. That was a cryo grenade. This is the sort of thing where I think that I need mines for, or bear trap, or get them all clustered in and bomb them, or stealth boy would be nice actually as well. I know what I'm thinking of doing. Literally just build things until I level up, get the next level of duck and cover, and yeah. And when I say build things, actually do useful things here. Get those out. Right. So I've got no concrete left, so I can't finish. Right. What do I need to actually build? Right, that needs a wall, and it also needs the central bit as well as some steel bits. In here, just along there. So I need to find some steel. Yeah, it's going to be dull. I don't really know what to do at this point. Because if I go up there, chances are they're going to have guns and they're going to shoot me a lot. Plus there's mole rats. Mole rats have started making an appearance. I can nip over to Vault 111, actually. Not to go inside or anything, but to actually scavenge around it. So obviously it hasn't opened. The doors haven't actually opened yet, so there are other avenues, aren't there, around the vault? Right. This all happened 20 years ago, and let's have a quick look to see. We've got desk fans, coffee cups. I'm looking for food mainly. Though I'm not going to say no to irradiated cram. Yep, I'm not going to say no to some irradiated cram. Yummy. Might as well take the flare gun and see if I can modify it a bit. I don't know. I don't know really what I can do with the flare gun, if anything. Take surgical. You can go down into the vault. You just can't go into the vault itself. The door is locked. And there's no way in. There's no console to modify. See what's down here now. Something has found me, but it doesn't care I exist, which is odd. Right, where's the... Right, so this was the... Nope, no, bad. Right, okay, so... Just tip me over. I'm gonna die if I don't take a stim. Purified. Psychojet. The other one. So it just bled out. Possible because I think this knife does actually do bleeding damage. No, it's still there. Bad rat. Take Nuka-Cola. Just because it's rat meat. Actually, this has been quite nice for hunting grounds, and I'm going to have to come back for that rat meat, I think. It's... down there. We will feast on rat meat tonight. If I can work out how to get back into my own hideaway. I've walled everything off, which is it's useful to stop raiders from getting in, but not so much to stop me getting in. Right. Let's have some nice roast rat. Roast rat. Rat steak. Now down to peckish. Oh. Let's see what we can do with this flare gun, if anything. I'm not completely certain what the flare gun will actually do in this mod. Nothing. I can't modify it. So I'll just transfer it into here. Oh, it does 100 damage. That's an awful lot. Flares will be reasonably rare from what I've seen so far. Let's give one a go, just to see what actually they do. Okay, that is actually quite intense. A good sort of fallback weapon. I'm gonna end this video here. My computer's getting a little warm. And I'm not completely certain where to go next from here. I'll probably do a load of off-camera stuff, walling up the rest of this place, and just securing it from raiders. So yeah, so I'm going to end here. So with that, I'll say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.